Hello everybody, this is Kara from GTA Property Partners and FastRenovations.ca. I wanted to log on today and talk to you a little bit about how to land a deal in this crazy seller's market. So there's a few things that I've done that I wanted to share with you in order for you to find that deal, because they are like finding a needle in a haystack these days, and everyone is overpaying for the property, which is not a good way to flip. And also that's how you lose your money. When you are flipping a property, you make the money when you purchase, not when you sell. So it's really important that you do not overpay for that property and that you're still continuing to do your search. I know that a lot of us are, looking for these properties and they seem to be very hard to find. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I've adopted because of my coaches. So I think that would be number one. You want to hire a coach who knows what they're doing. You want to hire a coach that can provide you with expertise, with advice, with, even some motivation to help you find those properties. Because at the end of the day, it's very, very hard to get into the real estate game without hiring a coach and without understanding really and truly how that market works. And you want to hire a coach that actually has some experience. There's a lot of people out there that are saying that they're property flippers or that they have invested millions in real estate when in fact they haven't. So just do your research if you are in fact going to hire a coach. My second tip would be to get on the phone. We live into a society right now where it's super difficult to connect with people, but also we live in a society where it's text messaging and we message people on social media, and there's really no, face-to-face contact, and there's really not a lot of phone calls going on. There is no replacement for phone calls. Coming from somebody who was in sales basically my entire life, phone calls are very, very powerful. They help you to build relational capital, which is what my coaches have taught me big time. And this is the other thing. If you are making X amount of phone calls, you're going to be well more, in advance than anybody else. Because if you're just someone sitting there, sending text messages, hoping to land a real estate deal, it's not going to get you to where you need to go. The other tip I have for you is the fortune is in the follow-up. If you are not following up and also following through, which is again due to my coaches, this is also just a sales 101. You want to follow up with people, because if you are just one and done, you're never going to land a deal. You're never going to develop a relationship with these people. And it just becomes a super, super important piece to that puzzle. When you're following up too, you're also building a relationship. I've always been, very, very good at developing long-term relationships because I'm a loyal person. I also want to make sure that people know I am in it for the long run. There's a lot of times what happens is people will come around. You're going to hear no a ton of times, but it's worth it because every no is generally going to lead to your next yes. And real estate is a numbers game. This is my fourth tip. So please don't be afraid to put in offers. You have to look at it as a spreadsheet. You got to put in X amount of offers, even if it's 10 a day, 5 a day. If you are new to the flipping business, start small, even if you're doing 1 a day, but you got to make sure your numbers work. If you're not running those numbers prior to you placing in the offer, you could potentially be overpaying for a property or undervaluing what your renovation costs could be on that project. And I'll talk about how to calculate those renovation costs in a separate video. And my last point would be to, you're looking for something that is rough, looking something that really needs to be brought back to life. It doesn't have to be, building an addition. It doesn't have to be doing a brand new house. It's just strictly cosmetic things, because the whole idea when you are flipping a property is to get in and get out. If you're working with investors or even using your own capital, you want to get that capital back to you in your pocket as soon as possible, as well as your investors, because that's only going to lead to your next deal and help you buy another property and another property and another property. So this is Kara once again from GTA Property Partners. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel for many more tips on how to flip houses successfully and actually put money back into your bank account. Have a great day.